I want to thank Jamie Traxel for all the hard work she put into our class as our recruiting coordinator. I thought she did a tremendous job of just recognizing the talent and just the great fits of our program with these young women that we have joining our program this year, or excuse me, for next year. And thank the rest of our staff for everything that we did through this transition of some people in and out of our staff here, just all the hard work that they did when we have these players on campus as well. We have 4 players that we're really excited about. I'm just going to kind of go through each one of them individually here. Vanessa Anderson, she's a third baseman out of Byron, Minnesota. It says Rochester, but she's in that area. Vanessa right now, I mean, has 1 year left. Has already set the high school record in the state of Minnesota for home runs, home runs, runs, and I believe she had one other category. She's got 4 categories, so tremendous power. 32 home runs already in her high school career with a year left. For people who have kind of seen our softball program over the years, she reminds me a lot of a Shelley Ryan or a Melissa Shimoleski. Just tremendous player. We had a chance to watch her play down in Sioux Falls. I mean, hit just a towering bomb a couple of summers ago, probably just out of one of the parks down there, if you're familiar with Sioux Falls, probably about 280 or the fences. Really excited about her. Tremendous young lady, 3-sport athlete. Just broke her foot this last summer, so wasn't allowed to play volleyball this past fall, but she's recovering right now. We think she's just going to come in and really make an impact in our program. The next one is Kaitlyn Leddy. She goes by KK, which is a great name for a pitcher. So I already asked her that when I called her. I said, "Did you get the nickname because you're striking people out, or is it part of the family?" And she told me what it was. It wasn't because of the strikeouts, but we're hoping that's kind of part of it. KK, I had a chance to watch her pitch quite a bit down in Colorado in these tournaments, and phenomenal, like a drop curve, changeup, velocity, outstanding young woman. She's got a great personality. She's just actually got picked up this year by a team that just won the national championship down in Florida that she's playing for. We feel has a tremendous upside, as well as the talent that she brings to the program. I actually got a text from a friend of mine that coaches down in Florida at a college, and said that she's gained 3 miles per hour since this summer. So we had her clocked at 63, so she's throwing 65, 66 right now, which is probably the hardest we've ever had as a thrower in our program. Kind of equivalent, and we think equivalent to what you see a lot in the College World Series and in regionals. So KK is somebody we're really excited about, especially with the, kind of coming from a different part of the country, I guess, and the California ties for us. But tremendous upside, we feel, as a pitcher. Julia Luciano is a third baseman from Eagan, Minnesota. Power as well. I mean, Julia, I had a chance to watch her play quite a bit. She's been to our clinics. Jamie's watched her play. The thing that really stood out for us is she played in a game down in Colorado, and she hit 2 bombs back-to-back at bats, and then her third at bat basically had one, but the girl kind of robbed her of one. And just the power that she has is something that we feel is going to be a great addition to our lineup. Julia is also a tremendous student athlete. Just got a text from her yesterday about the 34 she got in her ACT, so that was pretty. We're pretty excited about that. So we think she's a great addition to our program. And Zoe Stavrou is a shortstop, second baseman, kind of a utility player out of Long Beach, California. Same high school as Brandy Enriquez, who just graduated from us last year. And Zoe, same thing. A lot of power, great knowledge of the game. Very versatile, can play a lot of different positions. We think she's somebody who's going to come in and really challenge a lot of different positions for us. Same thing, I guess, with the power. If I had to describe one thing for this class, probably the word would be power, because the 3 hitters and then KK as a pitcher, as a power pitcher, is probably what the emphasis was for us in this class. So we feel like we have a lot of people that can kind of fit into the middle of our lineup for a few years, and just not only, I guess, on the field, but in the classroom, just they all have exceptional grades. And just great young women. Great part of an addition to our program, because team chemistry is always a big thing that we look for, and how they fit into our philosophy. And all 4 of these young women fit in just perfectly with us. So at this time, I guess if there's any questions, I can answer them for you.
Looking at Vanessa Anderson, if she, all these state records and all of this, she had to have been recruited pretty well. What was it that made her want to come here? What did she like about you guys?
I thought Jamie actually did a great job recruiting. Vanessa had 2 Big Ten schools that were very interested in her. We were fortunate. Actually, it was really strange, as we bring a lot of people up here on football weekends, and she came up here on a non-football weekend. And so we were like, ooh, this is going to be tough. But I think just the relationship that she was able to make with Jamie is in the recruiting process, coming up, meeting our team, getting along with our team when she was up here at her visit, and I think just the opportunity probably to come in, and we feel like she's somebody that can come in right away and help us. And so I think that was a lot of those type of things when Vanessa was looking at schools that hopefully, I think, put us over the edge for her.
Darren, you went to Florida for the first time. Explain going down there and the opportunity you think that presented.
Yeah, it's I heard you ask Todd that question about like being on TV last year, and this is kind of a story of that same thing for us, basically back to Super Regionals back in 2009. One of the commentators for ESPN at the time, Jenny Ritter's her name, and she was the pitcher for Michigan back when they won the national championship. Well, I've gotten to know Jenny through her coaching down in Atlanta, down in Florida, and happened to run across her this past summer and just said, "Hey, Jenny, we're looking for a pitcher. Is there anybody that you know?" And she goes, "As a matter of fact, I do have somebody that I worked with. I'm going to just have her send you some video." And so about a week or so later, we got this video. We happened to be in Colorado at that time, had a chance to watch her play, and then from that point, we kind of just got the relationship going with KK coming up here. So it was, it's one of those things through I guess some of the things that we had happen to us in the past has really kind of worked out for us.